Our 11th spooky story with me, Soraya. This is a cautionary tale that homeowners should certainly pay close attention to. A dark tale of what could possibly go wrong when electrical currents come into play. This is the tale of the dark mark. Mr. and Mrs. W were a couple who had recently downsized from a 5-bedroom house to a manufactured home. They were empty nesters, and as they consolidated their belongings, they decided to convert their spare bedroom into a personal arcade. They were collectors of vintage, full-sized arcade games, and they were excited to relive their youth. There was one small problem. The room only had 3 working electrical outlets, but Mr. W, a resourceful man, had a solution. He bought power strips, figuring they would be a great way to plug in several games and lights. He filled most of the outlets, leaving only one empty on the main reciprocal. One evening, the W's were playing a game together when the room began to get warm from their body heat and the glow of the machines. Mrs. W went to get a floor fan from the other room. When she returned, Mr. W was kneeling beside the outlet with the full power strip. He plugged the fan into the last empty spot on the strip, and a moment later, the machine and the fan hummed to life. A little while later, an unsettling smell filled the air, a sickening odor of burnt toast. Mrs. W, her senses on high alert, immediately told her husband to stop. He quickly disconnected the power at the breaker and pulled a fully loaded power strip from the wall. And there it was. A dark mark monster. A sinister black scorch on the outlet. The plastic that wasn't affected was still warm to touch, a silent warning of the danger they had just escaped. This tale was a classic case of circuit overload, a quiet terror that can turn into a fiery horror. It was a direct result of too much power being pulled from a single outlet. But the outlets can also burn from other causes, such as weak connections inside the wall or short circuits. Don't let this similar evil haunt your home. Watch out for these terrifying signs of electrical danger. A burning smell like burnt toast or plastic, heat near the outlet or on the wires of the walls, scorch marks or melted plastic, frayed wires or sparks coming from the outlets, or blown fuses or tripped breakers. The W's could have prevented this by spreading the electrical load across several outlets, rather than plugging everything into a single power strip. A little mindfulness goes a long way. But sometimes a problem is not as obvious. Always be mindful of strange burning smells and unexplained electrical issues.